Welcome back, guys, for the final and deciding round of the LS Modern Invitational Finals. This appears to be a win and in for both of these players, so a lot's on the line. We see Pieter Venter with Grixis Shadow and Shakeel from last round on Jeskai control.
Okay. What do you think is who's favored in this matchup?
I think it may be draw dependent, as if Pieter can go Thoughtseize on the first couple of turns, strip Shakeel's hand, and then just play Death Shadow and then protect it, as he has a bunch of stubborn denials, I believe, to protect it. Actually, yeah, he's playing a bunch of stubborn denials. So I've played this matchup a couple times from both sides, and I think Grixis might just be able to win this, as it's slightly better.
Yeah.
Because it plays a big threat and then is able to protect it. But if Shaq has a bunch of Path to Exiles and stuff like that, it could be good for him.
Yeah. Path to Exile is going to be really strong for Shaq in this game.
Yeah.
So besides the actual Death Shadow, what other big threats are there?
So there's a bunch of the Delve threats, and
so we got Tessiger as well
as Gomag Angler and a couple of Snapcaster mages. Yeah. So Pieter has a couple ways of attacking Shaq. The main thing for Pieter is to try and stick a threat and keep up stubborn denial to counter whatever Shaq's gonna try and do.
Yeah, I think Pieter having stubborn denial in his hand is gonna make a massive difference in this game.
Yeah. I don't believe we know who starts, as I don't think it's to seeding, so I think they still have to roll the dice, yeah. Okay. We're gonna switch to hand cam to see their starting hands. We are on that.
Yeah, I've actually played was it last week at the other Luck Shack in Plumstead. I was playing Jeskai against the 4-color version with the Tarmogoyfs, and that was really strong.
Really? Yeah. The only different things from Pieter's list that you don't see in normal versions is it plays 2 Dismembers and 2 Faithless Lootings, and is quite low on Fatal Pushes. So I think he may be one of the more all-in versions, trying to get as we see, he has 2 Temur Bell Rages, so I think his plan is to get the Death Shadow as big as possible by dismembering, getting to low life total, and then casting the Bell Rage for lethals. Oh, when you said we stop. We'll come back to you soon. We're just waiting on the players to start. Okay. I believe there may be a couple queries or technical issues on the floor. So Pieter Venter hasn't been on feature match at all, but is sitting at 3-1, and from what I know, he's played a pretty good field today. I think he played against the Blue-White Mirror player in the first round of the feature matches, and took that down in what looked like a very, very difficult game for him. I don't know what the query may be about. I don't think it's repairings. Okay. It seems like they've presented, so I can assume that they're starting. Yeah. So now the players are gonna roll the dice to see who goes first. Yeah, Pieter rolls an 8. Jack rolls 7. Oh, okay, so I assume Pieter's gonna go first.
What would be the best first play? Would be around Thoughtseize, probably.
Yeah, for Pieter, Shaq wants Path to Exiles. He just wants to be able to hit his land drops, get to the late game, and play some removal spells. Both of these players looks like they have good hands.
Decent hands, yeah.
So I think we're gonna see them start soon.
How good to settle the wreckage in this matchup?
The thing with the Grixis Shadow deck is that it doesn't play too many threats. So you're not going to get a blowout, but it's always going to be a 1-for-1 at least. So it's always just going to be an expensive Path to Exile, which is still fine in this matchup as long as you can get to it. So we're going to see a couple sack lands from each player. I believe Pieter will go to 17, as this deck's just hungry to destroy its own life.
Yeah, he's playing it untapped. So.
Yeah, so he goes to 17. So I don't believe Pieter's going to be able to deploy his Death Shadows anytime soon, as he cannot go to below 13 life. So I think we're going to be seeing... Okay, he does have Corpse of Street Wraiths. So Pieter's down to 15. Okay, so what he wants to see is like Thoughtseize, Sackland, play Death Shadow. But I don't... He may have this? No, okay, so he's just passing the turn. So Shaq's gonna go to 19. I don't know. It seems like Pieter's hand may be a little awkward, as I think he has Swamp in hand, and sitting at 13 doesn't exactly work well with the Death Shadow. He has Colligan's Command, which is good. He's got a couple bolts and a Stubborn Denial.
How often do we see the Shadow players actually bolting themselves?
I think that's like the last resort. If you can deal lethal, bolt yourself, get the last points in. Sorry for the glare, guys.
Maybe we can see the...
Oh, okay, so we can see the Steam Vents and the Scalding Tarn for Shaq. So
Shaq's hand looks decent. He's got some good removal spells.
I believe Pieter will shock here and try and deploy some of these. Yeah, he's gonna shock and play a Death Shadow. So he's playing a 2/2, and I think he may just keep up Bolt and Stubborn Denial. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna do that. So Shaq's gonna go for the Bolt. Yeah, I think Pieter has to let it resolve, as Shaq can still play for the Stubborn Denial. So this is lining up pretty well. Oh, he might bolt himself. I like this play. Yeah, I like this play a lot. Okay.
We just spoke about that earlier, and it seems like a good reaction to...
Yeah. So this... Yeah. So this is still a 1-for-1, and pumps up the Death Shadow. So I think we... Oof. The thing is, if Shaq goes and shocks for a... Path, Pieter's still gonna have a Stubborn Denial. So I think he's gonna go for a tap land. I don't know how big of a hurry he is. Oh, he's in a hurry.
So he's not playing around Stubborn Denial.
No, so I think he may get blown up here.
Yeah, I've experienced this before.
Yeah, this is one of the worst feelings. Yeah. Like, I have all the spells to do everything, and one mana counter gets you every time.
Yeah.
So this Death Shadow is currently a 5/5. So yep, we're gonna see the Stubborn Denial, and Shaq's gonna be very sad. So I think he still has a Settle the Wreckage. So I think he just wants to
push for Scanter.
Okay, so Shaq going down to 15, I believe. I think he's gonna find a Plains here. Nope. Oh, he's shocking in. Okay. So he's going down to 13. I'm not sure who the Death Shadow player is here. Shaq seems to be doing a lot of damage to himself. So
I think he's just trying to get rid of that Death Shadow as soon as possible.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what he's playing on his main phase, if he's sacking and shocking now on 3 mana. I don't believe Shaq's deck plays Detention Sphere. So maybe something like main phase Path and play Search for a Scanter.
Yeah, it looks like a Scanter's coming down.
Snapcaster Path. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So that's a solid play for Shaq. And I think Pieter has his only basic in his hand, which is the Swamp. So this might just be... Oh, okay. No, he's got the island. Okay, so Shaq seems to be in a decent position. I don't know if he has the 4th land in his hand for the Sail the Wreckage, but he's done what he's needed to do so far. He's been able to get rid of the Death Shadow.
I'm just wondering, how quick he can get to lethal with the bolt.
Bolt snaps, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
he's got a lightning helix in hand as well.
Yeah.
So
it depends how many threats Pieter can play. So he's gonna cast one of the Death Shadows in his hand, and kind of like the play of going for K command now. Okay, maybe not.
Discard. Yeah.
No, I don't think you go for the discard. I think you just shuck the Snapcaster, but the issue is there's nothing to buy back, so I think he has to wait a little while. So Pieter on 8, he has a 5/5. So Shaq doesn't have too many ways of getting through this, I don't think.
He's got to settle the wreckage still.
Sell the wreckage. Oh, he has another Snapcaster.
Yeah.
So we could see here the line of Lightning Helix, Snap Lightning Helix, try and get the last points in. Okay, so I think that's maybe what we see here. I don't know what's in Shaq's graveyard.
And that Death Shadow is currently is it a
5/5?
5/5, okay.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna see an attack first, and then yeah. So we're gonna see the attack. I think Shaq, yeah, he's gonna put it in front. Yep. So that's gonna happen. And then I think we're going to see a Thought Scour from Pieter trying to potentially mull over a creature to return back with the value of Colligan's command. So yeah, we're going to see the Thought Scour, milling himself. 1, 2,
lands.
I mean, he's not drawing them, so yeah. I don't think he can be too mad. And then we're going to see another Death Shadow. Oh, okay. Ooh. I think this might be the Snap Helix part. Maybe he lets it happen. I think I'd like Snap Helix here. Or just cast the Snapcaster and then wait till end step or something.
See what I think he wants to get that Snapcaster value.
Yeah, because it's still a chump blocker, it gains some life. So yeah, we're going to see the Snapcaster, I think. Oh, I think it's a bolt. Okay, so I think we're going to see the bolt on the... Oh no, okay, yeah. Let Snapcaster resolve. No, let the IOK resolve, see what he takes, and then maybe you can still Helix. So I think Pieter here will probably take the Cellar Wreckage. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like the Bolt plus Lightning Helix and the Snapcaster attacking for 2 might be lethal.
Oh yeah, 3, 6, 8.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So Pieter's just forced to take the Lightning Helix,
he might
right?
Be,
I don't know if he'll see the line. I believe Lifetail's right. So I think he's priced into getting rid of the Helix. Yep, he has to get rid of the Helix. This is pretty good for Shaq. I mean, he's dictating the game by his pace.
Yeah.
So the price of paying life is looking pretty rough for Pieter. I'm pretty sure he would much rather get rid of the Cell Wreckage or something like that. So we're gonna see the Bolt here. Pieter down to 5. So Shaq's looking to draw a Bolt.
A burn spell.
Spell, okay. But Shaq has a bunch of cards in his hand. I think Pieter's trying to figure out if he wants to K command. And I think the answer is no. So what does he draw? An island. Okay. So if Shaq plays the island, then Pieter has full knowledge of what's in his hand. So we're going to see the attack for 2. Okay, this is pretty risky as this
Death Shadow could be.
Yeah, but I think he has the protection with the Cellar Wreckage. But the awkward thing is there's so many discard spells in Pieter's deck. If he just draws like a Thoughtseize, then it's just lethal. No, it's close to lethal. Because there'll be a 12/12 and Shaq's on 13. So he still kind of has protection, but the awkward thing is he doesn't have Pieter killed the next turn in 2 turns. Yeah. So if Pieter draws Thoughtseize or the such, this could still be a game here.
What did he draw?
Oof. It's definitely in the tank.
Yeah.
Street Wraith.
Oh.
This puts him to 1.
Is he casting?
No, he's cycling. Okay, so he's down to 1. Okay, so he's putting himself dead to the Snapcaster.
Yeah.
So maybe his plan is to block. Yep, his plan is to block. So Shaq has any removal spell, it wins the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, Path to Exile is the only thing that.
Oh. The thing is, he could have maybe Colligan's command killed the Snapcast and then attacked him, but he knows what the.
Settle the wreckage.
Yeah. So maybe he gets lucky and Shaq plays out the rest of the cards and leaves the settle in his hand to get
discard.
Yeah, discard. Okay. Shaq seems to be playing around that, so.
What did he
draw? A Gomag Angler. So this may. I think this. No. I don't know. I don't think you attack here. It's so bad if you do, though.
Yeah. I mean, you'd rather have 2 blockers. Because 1 removal spell. And you're just dead.
1 removal spell and you're dead again. I think he just has to play. I think his play is to go Mega Angler and hope to just attack with the Go Mega Angler until Shaq's priced into using the Sell the Wreckage.
Yeah. So Shaq's running 3 Lightning Helix and 3 Lightning Bolts. He's played 1 of each. So.
And I believe he has an Electrolyze as well, so he has a couple outs here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pieter's going for the line of playing the creature, which means he's not dead to a removal spell here. I like this play from Pieter. So.
Well, he's dead to a removal spell, right?
Okay, but
unless it's not.
But Shaq's putting himself to 12, which is exactly in range of the Death Shadow here. Yeah. So the thing is, if Pieter draws a removal spell, then Shaq might be dead if the Cell Wreckage goes away somehow.
Was there a point to actually sacking in that?
Okay, the difference between 13 and 12 doesn't really matter, but it does kind of matter if, let's say Shaq, okay, if he draws a removal spell, he's always going to kill the Death Shadow here.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually matter, as a removal spell is what he needs anyway.
Yeah.
Because Pieter, there isn't a discard spell in his deck that can actually get the Sail out of his hand.
Yeah.
Because Thoughtseize kills him, and the IOK can only hit a 3 or less.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So Pieter actually has no way of getting rid of the Sail the Wreckage, other than Stubborn Denial. So Pieter's answer for this is only Stubborn Denial. Okay, so I don't believe Pieter has another basic in his deck, so he might. Okay, so he's gonna float the mana, and then I think we're gonna see a shock on the. I mean, a Colligan's command on the.
Snapcaster?
Yeah, on the Snapcaster, and returning a Street Wraith, which may be cost in later turns. The good old actual creature. So I believe that's what we'll see, and then that means the Go Mega Angler can pressure Shakeel enough to maybe get the Cellar Wreckage out of his hand. This game is very close so far.
Yeah.
But all it takes for Shaq is to draw a Burn Spell.
Yeah. And he's got quite a few, so.
Yeah. So what's the? Oh, okay. So it's Sulfur Force. Okay. So at this point, okay, yeah, he's gonna play the Search for the Azcanta and leave the Sulfur Force. I hope. If he plays the Sulfur Force. Okay, it doesn't. I don't think it matters anymore. Oh, yeah. Colligan's command. No, it does matter.
Because he only has 1 card in his hand.
Yeah, and it gets discarded. Okay, so I think Pieter might actually have secured this one. Just because Shaq played the land. Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh, I hope Pieter seizes the land. So he just needs to deal 2 to the Snapcaster and make him discard a card.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh!
It's a blowout. He's looking at the card like,
why did I play the land? No! Oh.
Okay.
Oh. I thought Shakeel was playing around that earlier when he kept the Search in his hand.
Yeah,
played out the land. That seems to be. I think he's not going to miss that ever again.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
that's a hard lesson learned.
Yeah, there were not many outs for Pieter in this matchup. Okay, so let's have a look at their deck lists.
Sideboard. Did Shakeel know that you played Colligan's Command in the main?
I don't.
Was he played?
Yeah, Colligan's Command is a normal sideboard card for the Grixis Shadow decks. So I think you would know about these. So for the players, what are we looking at for their sideboards?
I think Collective Brutality might come in.
It does serve as another discard spell.
Yeah.
I think Pieter might be looking to go bigger. So I think he may bring in the... Is that a fling? Whoa. There is a fling in this man's sideboard.
That's so spicy.
Whoa, okay.
You fling it at yourself.
Whoa. I think we're going to see the Disdainful Strokes as,
yeah.
Shaq is still a big mana deck. We're going to see Lily of the Veil. It's a good way of getting the cards out of hand. Stubborn Denial, another counterspell.
Surgical Extraction, would that help? Burn spells maybe, I don't know.
I don't know if you want to get the burn spells out. I think it's more for like... I'm not the biggest fan of Surgical Extraction. It's cool because it gives you another way to see what's in their hand. Okay. So you like draw step, get the thing out of there. It can be good. It's good against Faithless Looting, so that's a plus. For Shaq, he has a lot of options here. So he has 2 Dispels, Celestial Purge. I think he'll bring in the Vendilion Clicks, the Liars, and the Elspeth and try and get a little bit bigger. Engineered Explosives is okay. I don't know if he'll bring that in, but it's another answer to the Death Shadow. In this matchup, I think he wants to get rid of some of the burn spells.
Yeah.
I think still the Wreckage is too much mana. If you already have Path in your deck.
Yeah, so, I mean, we spoke about that earlier, it's being a bit too expensive.
I think Supreme Verdict is still good because it still has the text of it can't be counted. Yeah, so that still works for him. The burn spells seem really bad here, so I think like Helix is still good, but I think the bolts and the electrolyzers will go. And he may trim down on Cryptic Command as it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
So
do you think he would though? Because I see like Teferi is actually quite low on Teferis.
Yeah.
And it seems that's a big win con in the deck.
Teferi is also a lot of mana, and that thing getting Stubborn Denial is a blowout.
Yeah.
So I think he may just be on the creature plan from now. Just good old Liars and Vendilion Clicks and the such.
I actually watched Shakeel's game against the Death and Taxes, and I saw Elspeth doing a lot of work. And I feel that Elspeth can do a lot against the Death Shadow.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it just provides
chump blocking.
And the deck doesn't really attack in the air, so the only way it can really push through Elspeth is by the team of Battle Rages. And I think Pieter will most likely take those out, as it's bad against 1-for-1 removal, which Shaq packs a ton of. And it's always a blowout when they like kill your guy in response to like that sort of thing. So I think Pieter's just gonna bring in some more discards and a couple counter spells here. And Shaq's gonna maybe try and attack this matchup from a low to the ground.
Yeah. So I mean, I would say Liliana of the Veil would be better than Liliana of the Last Hope.
Yeah, Liliana of the Veil is definitely better than Lily of the Last Hope
in this matchup.
Yeah, but Lily Last Hope is just another value engine because you're so low on threats. You don't have too many. It gives you the ability to rebuy them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Stubborn Denial for sure. I like the Disdainful Strokes, but I don't know how Pieter feels about. I don't know how much he knows about Shaq's deck, so I don't know if he knows that he's on quite a greedy deck with Settle and Cryptics and Fairies. So
post board, who do you say is favored in this matchup?
Okay, so Shaq will be on the play in this one. So I think Shaq just has enough sideboard things going on.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to the hand viewer.
Yeah. Okay, he brought in the Surgical Extraction. I saw it in his opening hand. Salt Path.
I think he has a Glacial Fortress. I'm not sure what the lands are looking like. So it's Glacial Fortress. Oof, he's on Glacial Fortress only.
Okay, I don't think Shaq will keep this.
I don't think so. Oh no.
Okay.
In his winning and when he's a game down, he's keeping a one-lander,
go big or go.
One-lander.
So Pieter going down to 19, 18, 17
17, yeah, most likely. Okay, so we're gonna see him start off with a. I think if he's not just passing the turn, he's gonna start off with a discard spell here.
Well, I think is that an opt in front, so maybe he's just hoping to draw into lands and opt in.
Yeah, but this Thoughtseize is gonna reveal that Shaq's not working with much. And okay, from Peter's point of view, do you just take the opt and just hope that he just doesn't see lands for the rest of the games?
I think Shakeel's hoping the opt is going to get him into lands, so by taking that, it would like make a massive difference.
Yeah, but what happens if Shaq just draws a land? Yeah. Every spell in his hand is 1 or 2 mana.
Yeah.
So taking it and Shaq just being super rewarded might just hurt Peter a lot. By Shaq's luck, this could be a quick one if he doesn't draw out of this.
I personally would take the opt. I don't see what else.
Yeah, maybe Path to Exile, but I think you just have to go with the opt and hope that variance is on your side and he just doesn't draw lands for the rest of the game.
Yeah. What is Pieter working with in the rest of his hand?
I see a couple lands. I see a Steam Vents and a sack land. I'm not too sure what else
he's Pieter like on the opposite end where he's just like flooded.
Yeah. And did you see the draw for Shaq?
No, I didn't.
Ooh.
Might have been the colonnade.
I think it's a colonnade. Ooh. And what did he take? Oh, he took the Path to Exile. Okay. So Peter's making the conservative line of trying to win the game, assuming that Shakeel's draws are best possible.
Yeah.
So I like this from Peter. He doesn't have to hope for the worst.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing what Shaq would actually target with that surgical extraction.
I think it's like in response to like a Snapcaster Mage or a Colligan's command. He'll try and snag something like that, or he may just want to get information. Okay. So in draw step, just get the best looking thing in his graveyard, see what's in his hand, see what is in his deck, because that's also important.
That's true.
Yeah, so see how he sideboards. If he wins the game, he gets to know how he sideboarded for game 3s. It provides a lot of information, which is maybe why Shaq brought it in. So we're seeing Peter go to 13 here.
Okay, so the lands you can't see is the Celestial Colonnade and the Glacial Fortress.
Yeah.
And did he get another land?
I feel like he might have, yeah.
No.
Ooh, we see the sideboard fling. It's in the top of yeah. Okay, so we're gonna see the surgical, and Shaq's gonna see the technology of the fling.
Yeah.
I don't think Pieter has a way of countering. Oh no, Dispel, right? Oh, in response surgical extraction, So he's gonna grab the Path to Exile. Oh, that's huge for Pieter. Getting rid of all the Path to Exiles in Shaq's deck.
That's pretty much the only removal besides.
Yeah, that's. I think he has like a Celestial Purge, but it's gonna be rough from here to. Oh, each player is going down 2 life as well. So Pieter at 11. I believe Shaq's at 18.
Yeah.
So I think Shaq's looking to Logic Knot this. I think he has to.
Yeah, I think
he has no ways of.
His chances just go diminish like a lot.
I think you have to go for the Logic Knot there. But the thing is, the card's not. It's still on the stack, and he only has 2 cards in his graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. He can't counter it with the Logic Knot because Pieter still has 2 open mana.
Yeah.
That's kind of unfortunate for Shaq. But he does have the potential of snap bolting, but unfortunately he does not have access to red mana or his third land.
Yeah. So things looking dire for Shaq. But also Pieter doesn't look like he has any immediate threats at the moment, so
yeah.
We'll have to look at the next few draw steps.
So I don't think Pieter has a counterspell, so I believe Shaq's surgical extraction should also resolve.
Taking Thoughtseize possibly. That'll help a lot.
Yeah, I believe that's what he targeted. Yeah, these. I don't know how Shaq gets. Pieter's gonna make notes of how Shaq sideboarded. It doesn't seem like he bought in the big creatures in this matchup. It seems like.
You think he just went control-y, like?
Yeah, I think he just left in the planeswalkers, left in some removal.
And his Celestial Purge on the top.
Yeah. Feels bad. Okay, so then Shaq's gonna see Pieter's stack, as long as they don't forget. Yep. So now he's gonna get Thoughtseize. Okay, so ooh, Pieter's hand is pretty stacked.
Yeah.
So he has access to both Death Shadow on his next turn, Thought Scour, and a bunch of other tools for getting some value across this game.
Yeah.
So Fling makes it so that Shaq can't really get rid of the Death Shadow without it dealing damage to Shaq in some way.
Yeah. So what is the text on Fling?
As an additional cost to Fling, it's a 2-mana instant.
Yeah.
As an additional cost, sacrifice a creature. That creature deals damage equal to its power to target opponent.
Okay. So massive Death Shadow, just
Yeah,
fling
massive. Yeah, fling it at him, see what happens. So
you could even just attack and then fling.
Yeah, attack just fling. It's just 2-card combo.
Yeah.
So it seems like, whoa, I think Peter's only on 1 Thoughtseize? Is that right there? Or decide put them out? It doesn't look like there's many there. Yeah. Oh no, there they are.
There they
okay,
are.
yeah.
No, there's no
They put them aside. There's definitely a lot of Thoughtseizes.
Yeah.
I don't know where Shaq pulled them from. Okay. Shaq's situation seems pretty rough here. I couldn't even remember. Okay, so it's still Peter's turn. So let's see, more 2 land, maybe more 1 land, and then go Mega Angler. Draw card. Okay, so that was end of Shaq's turn. I think we're gonna see a sack shock. Maybe not yet. Wait.
What is he on?
He's on. I think he's still on 11.
Okay.
So he can make a
2/2.
5/5 with the help of the sack land.
Yeah.
And he also has a bolt, so he may be
bolt himself.
Yeah, bolt himself as seen in game 1.
And Pieter has no fear looking at Shaq's side having no red mana also, so
yeah. Shaq's keep might have been a little bit greedy. I think Peter's just trying to find a way of sequencing. Okay, so Peter's gonna go to 8 here.
Play the 5/5 Death Shadow.
Play the 5/5 Death Shadow. He has Bolt and.
Could we see a Logic out here potentially? Oh, he still has 2 mana to
yeah,
play
he only has. So he needs to hope that he's not gonna be able to catch this Death Shadow. This Logic Knot's just gonna tap him out. Is he gonna get the anglers from? Targets the Go Mag Angler. So he's gonna grab all the anglers from Peter's deck. Okay, so we see a Dismember in his hand.
So what do you think about Surgical Extraction in multiples? I guess it makes the second decision a bit easier, like after you've seen the deck.
Yeah, and you know what's in his hand, so I think I would have liked to see maybe a draw step Surgical Extraction, because the thing letting him go to his turn means that if he goes, Surgical Extraction for the 3rd card in the graveyard to counter it. Okay, this is a good play from Shaq. Yeah. Okay, so wow, that was a huge swing. Because now, the only issue is that Pieter can still buy back this Death Shadow in future turns. But the rest of Pieter's hand looks pretty mediocre here.
Yeah.
So Shaq's just hoping to draw out of this.
Just reminding to keep that land tapped.
Yeah, get out of here. So Shaq's just hoping to draw land. Ooh, ooh. Is that a flash strand as well? Red source. Okay. So there's still magic being played here.
Yeah.
That's a huge play from Shaq using the 0 mana spell of Surgical Extraction to provide an extra card for Delve.
I mean, it's starting to look close in Shaq's favor now.
Yeah,
he's got double bolt and a snap also.
If Pieter draws an untapped land here, he can deploy the Death Shadow, but it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to do that. So I think Shaq might be okay now. It still hurts that he doesn't have any path to exiles in the stacks. Ooh, and he's shocking?
Yeah, I think he wants to bolt.
Yeah, Pieter is on 6, and I don't think he has access to counter spells here. So
yeah, I've seen Pieter's hand.
Yeah, so Pieter doesn't have access to a counter spell. So do we know if Shaq has 2 bolts in his hand? I feel
he has 2 bolts.
He has 2 bolts, so he's just dead.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be bolt here, bolt then, and we're gonna see game 3. Game 3?
Wow.
Wow, from a one lander with a tap land. Oh, how did he do that? That was insane.
The plays. That surgical extraction play was
surgical extraction logic gun. Wow. Okay. So Shaq clearly knows better than anyone. Keep a one lander with like just 2 surgical extractions, pots and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you could have been smart enough to know that a double bolt would be so much in a later game.
Yeah.
And that is kind of true. Like, I mean, burn spell. I think the burn spell strat might be a good one.
Yeah.
You got 2 or 3 burn spells you can kill.
I don't know if Pieter's. Yeah. Okay.
Pieter's gonna take the fling out.
Yeah. I think he's boarding in a disdainful stroke. So I think he's.
Yeah.
I don't know what he saw from that game that he wants disdainful stroke.
I think
it might be like
and cryptics maybe. You know that one.
Wait. I think he just boarded in a disdainful stroke and they took the other one out of his main deck just to, to like mind games Shaq. Yeah. Or let's see if Shaq does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does Shaq have here? Anything he wants to bring in? I'm surprised Shaq didn't bring in engineered explosives. Okay, I think he's eyeing that now. It's like, I need another way of killing Death Shadow that isn't path to exile.
He's got the Elspeth in his sideboard, I think, still. So
we saw from the surgical extractions he didn't go with either the Lyra, the Elspeth, or the Vendilion clicks. This is very much still on the plan of
burn.
Just
put it with more counter spells in.
Yeah.
It seemed to work out, so he obviously doesn't want to change too much. Shaq being on the draw now, do you think he's not sideboarding differently?
Nah, I think he just saw once the Path to Exiles was stripped from his deck that he does not have many ways of answering a Death Shadow that's bigger than a 3/3.
Yeah.
So I think he's just on the mind plan of whatever kills Death Shadow, I just need it in my deck.
Yeah.
So I think if Pieter has just enough disruption and a threat that he can stick, then Pieter's probably in a good way.
How many is he? Is he running Inquisition of Kozalik?
I believe he is playing IOK. I think it's like a 4-2 split. They normally play a mixture. They play
a 4-2 split.
Yeah, they normally play a total of 6 spells. So let's get to the hand cam and see what the players are working with here at the feature match. Okay, so Pieter's mulliganing here. I think Shaq must be a little happy over there.
Yeah, like he's got lands.
Okay, so
maybe too
Shaq's hand is very reactive. It has Dispel, Logic Knot, and lands.
Yeah.
But the other thing is Shaq is on the draw. Maybe the draw can rectify it. And the other thing is that Pieter's down, like, cards.
Yeah.
So the current spell's getting one of the cards that might unmulligan Pieter might be pivotal in this.
Yeah, maybe Shaq's feeling a bit better about keeping that 7 now.
I wonder, because the person on the play decides they decide to mulligan first.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Shakeel wasn't going to mulligan no matter what, or because he saw his opponent was mulliganing, so he decided not to.
Keep, and there's a Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize is good here, but okay, so Pieter does have a combination of disruption. I think he has Death Shadow, 3 lands, Thoughtseize, Tassigo, or Angler.
Yeah.
So this might be awkward from Pieter if he just goes land, Thoughtseize, and then Shaq's left with 5 lands, 2 counterspells.
Yeah.
And Pieter keeps on top, but I think it's going away.
Is it gonna? Okay, it doesn't matter.
It's right at the top, shuffle it away. So Pieter's gonna go to 17 here, and he did sideboard in the Liliana of the Veils.
Yeah. The Thoughtseize is going to come down. Does he take this? I think he's going to probably take Logic Knot.
I think he's going to cast Logic Knot because his hand is 2 creatures, so the Dispel seems like it's not going to do too much just yet. And taking this Logic Knot is going to be huge for Pieter. Yeah, 5 lands, 2 counter spells. Getting Thoughtseize when you're low on cards that matter, it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
So Pieter can be pretty aggressive as he has the knowledge that Shaq does not have much going on. So I think he might be able to cast. Let me see. He has 2 cards in the graveyard and 3. No, okay. So he can't deploy Tasiga next turn. I don't believe. Unless.
Does he have a fetch in his hand?
I don't know. I think it may be a Thought Scour.
Okay, he draws into a Cryptic.
Okay, that's pretty big for him. Yes. Oh, okay. So Pieter is going to be able to go Thought Scour and cast a big Tasiga this turn. Oh. So, looking a little rough for Shaq. Yeah, so we're going to see a multi-cards, draw a card.
Okay, Thoughtseize is in the graveyard and a Gomag Angler.
So now we're going to be able to see the Shock and a Tasiga here. Right? Yeah, he has 5 cards in the graveyard. 5, 6.
Tasiga. What's the CMC on Tasiga? Is it not
6 mana. Okay. 6 mana. 1 black. All of the Delve cards in Pieter's deck are 1 black. So this is looking
strong
pretty rough for Shaq here. He's in need of finding some action, and I think he may have drawn another land.
Oh no, he drew another land. And that's always the problem with keeping a land heavy, and it's like you just seem to draw more.
Actually, no, it's a negate. Okay. So the issue with having all these counter spells that are okay, so he has to negate this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, you can't dispel. No. You can't dispel.
Okay.
No. Okay, play the other one. Okay, yeah. Okay. So Shaq's gonna go to. I think he's gonna go to 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
And cast the negate here.
Yeah.
The thing is, I believe Pieter has a Death Shadow, but he can't cast it, so it's not looking the worst for.
Yeah.
It's not looking too bad for Shaq.
I feel like he has to negate it because if Cryptic Command goes, it's massive.
Because being able to Cryptic Command a Delve threat back to their hand and then them potentially not being able to cast it again
would make a massive difference.
Yeah. So I believe Pieter, I don't know if he has a 3rd land. No, it's his 2nd turn. So no, it's his 3rd turn. Yeah.
He doesn't have any lands in his hand though. I think it's a Death Shadow,
Death Shadow, and
Snapcaster Mage.
Ooh, okay. So that's a pretty awkward hand for Pieter without drawing many things that.
Yeah.
Without drawing many things that lose him life. So Shaq, as long as he draws some.
A Snapcaster.
Okay, a Snapcaster does something.
Yeah.
So he has Dispel, and the cards in his graveyard are negate and
a land, I think. A fetch.
Negate, land. Yes, I believe it might be negate, land.
What was Thoughtseize? Was it Logic Knot?
Yeah, Logic Knot. Okay. Yeah. So okay, Street Wraith for Pieter puts him on 13, which is just 1 away from being able to cast these Death Shadows, which I believe he may have 3 of them now. Okay, so we're gonna see attack for 4 from Pieter.
Down to 9.
And yeah, I believe he has what? 3 Death Shadows and a Snapcaster Mage? Being at 13 is so awkward here.
Yeah.
Because
wait,
what?
It's a 0. Oh, is he not on 13?
He must not be on 13 life then.
Yeah.
We will get this checked out. Let's see. I don't think we're far off. I think he may be on 12ish or so.
11.
11. Okay. These are 2/2s. So the good thing about Shaq's hand is he does have access to Cryptic Command here. So he's gonna upkeep Cryptic Command, tap down the creature's draw a card, so that Pieter doesn't have access to drawing a counter spell off the top of his deck.
Okay.
So, and Pieter draws a Water Grave, I believe. So you're gonna see a Shock here, and I think we may see a Snapcaster Thoughtseize. No? Okay.
Was it end of turn tap down?
No, that was definitely upkeep.
Okay.
So I think Shaq. What did he draw here? Do we know?
Let's just have a look.
Snapcasters. Oh. Okay. So I think he might be priced into going Snapcaster, Snapcast, double trump block, which is kind of awkward because you would like to have the access to the Cryptic Command.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to try and be able to try and block with one Snapcaster and then have access to the next one for the Cryptic Command.
Yeah, at this point it feels like he has to sacrifice a...
But Pieter drew a Sackland, which means that these
Death Shadows
are going to be what? So they're...
At the moment they are
4/4s, so there'll be 7/7s.
Okay.
So I believe he is... Okay, the Snapcaster is going to resolve.
Just as another... He's just playing it as another body. Okay.
He's going to target the Thoughtseize. I think Pieter's going to cast the Thoughtseize, and then Shaq's going to have to play double Snapcaster as 2 chump blockers, and then hope to draw an out.
Oh, this is rough.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, Shaq has to let this resolve. And then, yeah, Pieter's going to cast it, go to 7. In response, Shaq's going to go double Snapcaster. And then be left with, what? It's Dispel... I think it's just Dispel?
Dispel 2 lands?
Dispel, yeah, Dispel 2 lands. So, Shaq has to draw a board wipe.
Board wipe, yeah.
So, part of the cards for Shaq.
Yeah. Well, he's playing... Is he running 2 Supreme Verdicts? Or just 1?
2 Supreme Verdicts.
Okay.
I don't know if the Sell the Record...
I mean, Sell the Record should look good now.
Yeah, Sell the Record should be great, yeah. So, a 4/1. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe... Oh. I'm pretty sure Shaq's a little mad that he's not playing the Terminus version of this deck, as he would have access to some instant speed wipes here.
I think so. Yeah, we've spoken about it a lot. I think Terminus is really good, especially with playing Chase and Opt.
Oh yeah. So yep, I think Pieter's just gonna attack here. Shaq's gonna have to do some.
Although,
chumps.
Okay, yeah, he has to chump.
He has to chump both of the Death Shadows, take the 4, go to 5. So he has a couple outs here of like Cryptic Command, Supreme Verdict. Ooh, what's it gonna be?
He's leaving it down. Yeah, he's hiding it.
Oh, Path. Oh, it's not enough.
That's not good enough.
Oh,
that's good.
Okay.
Oh, what a game.
Unfortunately for Shaq, he'll have to maybe squeak out a top 8 berth, but I think Pieter is
in.
Yeah, Pieter's definitely in.
4/1
is safely in.
Yeah, safely in.
So it is unlikely that Shaq will be in this top 8, but it's a possibility at least. So I think that's going to end the final round of the Swiss from us.
See you next round.
See you for the top 8.
Cheers.